There are fewer than 100 days left until Halloween, which means that the scare season is now in full swing. We're starting it this week. On this week's show, our special guest, Coltron Trans, takes us through his latest nightmarish adventures and helps us preview Southern California's biggest summertime scarefest, Midsummer Scream. Also, we discuss the latest horror news, some reviews of some stuff, plus the biggest scare of the summer, Stranger Things. All this week. I'm really excited. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Welcome to the ScareGuys Show. My name is Jim. I'm the managing editor here, and we have a really great group. We always have a great group in the house. Who do we have tonight?
Hi, my name is Derek. I'm a contributor to theconguy.com.
I'm Katie, aka the final girl for doing the ScareGuys Show,
Yes.
and I'm usually on Twitter for ScareGuy.
Yep.
Amazing. My name is Coltron Trans, and yeah, I'm excited to be
We're going
here.
to find out a lot more about you in just 1 second. What's up, everybody? It's me. Is my mic working?
Yeah, it is. There we go. I'm Ben Cleaver at BNKLIEWER on all your social medias. And I'm on the couch this week.
Cleaver on the couch.
Cleaver on the couch with cheese on the
on the
couch.
couch.
This has got to be one of the most uncomfortable couches I've ever sat on in my
Can't really
life.
lean back.
It's
otherwise.
like somebody
Your
stuffed it
head.
with dead cats or something.
Perfect.
I'm not quite
Or
sure.
puppies.
Or puppies, I was gonna say.
And it leans back like this.
This used to
Like
be
we're-
Dalmatians, but
Yeah.
they got burned.
Who else is on the couch?
This is Cheeseman on the couch with the ScareGuy.com.
So, Cleaver and Cheese on the couch. We ought to make that a new show all by itself. Cheese and
Cleaver
Cleaver.
and cheese,
Cheese
on the
and Cleaver.
I
couch.
think we should just
Cheese
play
and
like this
Cleave on the
all time,
couch.
And in the booth with us, we have Ryan, who always has a smooth sailing. Ryan.
Yes, guys. Hey, how are we doing today? Really excited to be here. Have an awesome show.
I am suffering right now. I had
what did you do?
surgery on this hand, and I can't touch anything. I have a bum knee right now, and I got 3 hours of sleep last night. So we're gonna.
How
He's like,
hard
things are
did you
looking up.
Comic-Con, man?
Oh my gosh, that was a week ago. A week ago was
It
Comic
was
Con.
crippling.
It was a crippling
was
experience.
cripple coupling.
But we are super excited to have you guys this week because I guess this is our unofficial or our official kickoff to the Halloween season. I guess we call it the scare season. But especially here in Los Angeles, it seems like the Halloween season gets longer and longer. Let's take bets on when we see Halloween decorations. And
Already
stores.
happening.
It's
Oh,
Already
I
happening.
lost it. Are you
It
serious?
started like before summer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's like that all year round, so yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just gotta.
This is what we're covering tonight. We're going to talk with Colton first and find out about some really cool stuff that he's got going on. Then Derek's going to take us through some events that are happening, some cool stuff, a little bit of news. Not a lot of news because what we really
It's
want
cool
to...
stuff if you like scary things.
Well, I hope they do because that's what the show is
I
all
know.
about.
I know.
I'm just saying, you know,
No, it's kind of cool because Derek's kind of a new adherent.
newish, maybe.
Newish, kicking and screaming,
I don't know.
dragged him
I didn't grow up
into
with a love of horror like you guys did.
But you got some.
Right.
What's so cool is because like every year you have your list of movies which you're trying to make your way through.
Yeah, I can appreciate well done horror, you know, and I saw Poltergeist for the first time not long ago. Have we done the ScareGuy since I mentioned that I saw Poltergeist?
I don't think we
new one?
had.
I
I
don't
can't
think so.
remember.
Okay.
I would
It
have.
was the newer one.
No, the original. I saw the
Okay,
original
good.
for the first time.
I would have geeked out if.
The new one's it's a really bad bet.
I agree.
Maybe I'll check it out.
It was
But
bad.
When I saw the new one, I literally went home to watch the old one.
I did too.
Yeah.
The new one made me want to see the old one because the old one's so great.
The old one's amazing.
But it's kind of like all these Disney remakes that we're getting now. They're just making them so you paid money to see it, and then they make you want to go see the old one again too, and you know then you sign up for the streaming service.
All I gotta
Yeah.
say is, once you've done all the remakes, what are you gonna do? You need
Sequels?
again. So, anyways,
Remake them again?
After.
Remake them again.
We're going to talk
Yeah,
about
exactly.
Midsummer Scream, and we're going to talk about Stranger Things because it's been 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks? Maybe 3 or 4 weeks since Stranger Things. So I think that we've officially lifted the ban on spoilers, and we can talk about it and give you our 2 cents. Colton Trans, thank you for coming back to
Coltron.
Yes.
So welcome back to the show. We had you, I think, last year sometime,
Yeah, I was here last year.
and
And the crowd goes
I
wild.
think it was right after
It's just, like, silent.
Son of Monster Palooza, so
Yeah,
I
it
think
was.
it was
Yeah, I
probably...
think so.
Oh yeah.
and
Almost a
if
year.
Luke, can you kind of talk through how we know Colton?
Well, did we meet? We were talking about before. Did we meet you there? Or we meet you through Brad, who we talk about.
You guys came to one of my. He brought you guys to one of my art shows.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
it. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one on Magnolia.
Yeah, the Mystic Museum.
The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So, Colton, if you could
exactly.
give us a little bit of background on you as an actor, a little bit of that background, and then we're going to head into your art.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I moved out to LA for directing, so I mainly direct, but also acting is a passion of mine. And as of recent, I did a horror film for Showtime. That's
What was it called?
It's called Nocturne, so you guys should watch that. It's actually pretty cool. But this year I was in Grownish, which is on ABC, and then I'm in the new season of Glow. So that's going to be really fun.
Oh,
That's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
but I mean, it's one of those things that, like, I'll do the role if it happens, but it's not like something I'm like pursuing like I do with directing.
Stop saying that. You're making all the other actors in the
Don't
audience.
I'm like, but anyway, so I just booked it. No.
It's a tough town, people, but not for cool.
Not that easy.
I just happened to be walking by a casting office and they saw me through the window and they were
I
like,
accidentally
"You."
booked another thing.
I'm like,
again,
fine, I'll
so-
do it. Fine.
If I have time.
no, I love it, but it's just, I would want to spend time like directing more.
But which is the reason we have you on the show tonight, because you have like a really cool interest that kind of aligns with the show, like very dark and sinister. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, my passion with my films is either horror or like dark fantasy, and I am actually starting a new series that we launched the first episode, and it's called Scary Till Ending, and so each episode's like a short.
And I think
scary
we
story.
have a photograph of Scary Tale endings that we can show while we're talking about it.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Cool, right there, yeah.
So this actually, I launched the first episode, which was a dark twist on 101 Dalmatians, but then I'm doing a scary story contest. So the next episode will be, I have people submitting stories, and then we're going to produce their movie as an episode.
Fantastic.
So I'm really excited for that.
How many are you choosing? Is it just one person?
Just one.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the other 4 episodes will be stories that I've written.
Okay, cool.
Well, since we're talking about scary tale endings, and you mentioned the one that you already did.
Yes.
Real quick,
Yes.
where can we find Scary Tale?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's right. The platform right now is YouTube. So if you go to Scary Tale Ending, it's the episodes are there.
Okay.
There's a video specifically for the contest as well.
If we can take a look at the Cruella trailer.
And are you like a face kind of president of it? Because you're on the kind of the advertisement. So are you like hosting it or?
Yeah, yeah. I have like an opening where I talk before every one of them. So.
All right.
Like Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at
The
this.
cigarette smoke
And then we'll
all
talk
around
about it
it.
afterwards. All right, this is Cruella. And for those of you who are just listening, you can go to our website and check out this cool trailer.
I'll tweet it later too. So.
Yes. Thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
It's the most disturbing thing in the world.
I love it.
You know her.
Oh, she's sewing.
The puppy fur.
Puppy fur being sewed.
Dear God.
And you can see blood.
I like the pin and needles are white and black.
See?
Kind of
And
match
The
too.
classic cigarette, Cruella
Cigarette
Duell.
holder, that's great.
Smolder. They fear her.
Ooh. Look, it's a cat ashtray. I wanted her to be a cat person because obviously.
Oh, that makes
That's
sense.
funny.
cool?
That's
Oh, that's cool.
Ew.
Yeah, that part I was like, oh man.
Yeah, the
sound design
the
too.
sound of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's Batman Returns,
Yeah.
a little inspired by
100%. Yeah.
uh,
Oh, look at.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
So messed up. My roommate would hate this.
So we're watching Cruella DeVille actually sew together.
The jacket she's always wanted, you guys. That was the ultimate goal. Even in the cartoon, it's just so
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
So she gets her ending.
Yeah.
And it was actually made of.
Look at this. This is
Actually
fantastic.
made from puppy fur.
Oh my
You
god.
see, there's blood in between like the creases
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's a really creepy but really good touch.
No animals were harmed in the making of this. Well, we
comment.
can't.
Just kidding. I'm
we
kidding.
won't-
I'm kidding.
Who's
No.
the
Wow.
actress that?
Her name's Carrie Hawker. Actually, I went back to where I'm from, Utah, and shot that and another project at the same time. And she's a local actress there that I've worked with on a couple of my other films, and she's amazing.
That's awesome.
And for people who are all freaking out right now, if you've ever seen 101 Dalmatians from Disney, this is what the goal of the movie was
It
for
was,
Cruella
yeah.
DeVille.
It's pretty dark.
It's a
now
little-
that
it
I
is
see it from
dark,
my
and-
perspective.
And that's I don't know. That's why I wanted to tell that story, especially like live action, because it just is so dark that
Yeah.
she just wants to get a hold of these puppies.
Basically, what if Cruella won?
Yeah.
Literally, even in the
Yeah.
cartoon, she goes, "Bludgeon them, kill them." She's like, "Do whatever to get the," like she
Yeah.
is crazy. The stuff
Yeah.
they say in the cartoon is kind of dark.
How long are the shorts?
They all differ. This one
Yeah.
was made to be like a teaser, so
Okay.
it's just all short content. The next short is going to be like 15 minutes.
All right.
And then so yeah, just kind of change
Yeah,
it.
so tell us about that. Tell us about the contest. Tell us about it. Where did this come from?
This is something that I had actually created probably 3 years ago, and I just kind of put like on the back burner. And then this year I was like, I need to revisit this because this Cruella thing would make sense to launch it. Because it's basically called Scary Tale Ending because it's just short content with no fairy tale ending. So I just want them to all end like really dark. and yeah, so that's where it came from. And I actually, Awesomeness TV, they had bought a couple of the episodes and then for their horror anthology series. And so I was like, no, I'm just going to use the rest of the episodes and start my own. Because, I mean, just make it actually happen. So.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
It's interesting because so many fairy tales, the original versions are very dark.
Yes.
They kind of got lightened over the years because we made them into kids' stories and made them light and fluffy, and now it's kind of, in a way, you're really following the actual tradition of fairy tales by doing this.
Yeah,
I know,
like
exactly.
the grim fairy tale, like.
And I just also like because in the cartoon, every time Cruella comes around, the lighting's always green. Her cigarette smoke's green, and so that's why we went like really extreme and stylistic with the whole green.
Is there any hint at what we might see next?
Yes, it's kind of Rapunzel loosely based on.
Oh.
I'm really excited about it because actually I have some visuals I made, but since I'm from Utah, I feel like everything's just very like closed-minded and your parents like are sheltering you and like. But anyway, so it's kind of about that. It's like this girl has lived in her bedroom her entire life because her mother has created this reality that she believes is real. Her hair is very, very long. She's never like left this home. And but anyways, make a long story short, curiosity killed the cat, and she realizes there's something outside the world, and she ends up hanging herself by her own hair.
Spoiler!
That is not the story of Rapunzel I remember.
That's what I was like.
You should do this with every Disney movie.
I'm like, so
Rescue
she's
Down
dead now.
Under,
Katie's
the
face
poacher
was-
wins, and
Yeah, I just want to loosely base it on these fairy tales, but like do like a whole like twist, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love Rapunzel, so I don't know how to feel about that, but also kind of really intrigued by it. So
That is intriguing. That's a neat take there. Hey, we have a couple other pictures. If we could show those, Ryan. There's right here. If you could tell us about this. What is Killer Date?
Killer Date is the latest short that I directed, and actually it started going out to festivals about a month ago, and it's gone into 12 so far. I'm actually leaving tomorrow it's going to show in Vegas, and then the big premiere is here in LA at Screamfest.
Oh,
So,
congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. So this movie, it's just doing well in the festivals, and it's a 14-minute short. So you guys need to see it.
I want to see.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it for me.
Can
man.
I just
can't,
say,
'cause-
this is Ryan in the booth. I love that tagline. Meet, pray, love so much. That is amazing.
I didn't
have to
see
commend
that.
for
That's great.
Meet, pray,
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, for those just with the audio, it's PREY.
Yeah.
Yeah, meet, pray, love.
And
That's
then
great.
what is this we have here?
This is from...
It's a photograph of him with a cake.
So they showed my film 8 Bodies, and that's the poster for it. And actually, it's a short film that I co-wrote with my friend Jeanette McCurdy, and we did that short about 2 years ago, but now we're going to be doing a feature version of it in September.
Oh wow!
So I wrote that, and we're in a process of a rewrite right now, but it's going to be... I'm really excited, because it's a fun story where it's just simple. It's this married couple goes on a road trip, they accidentally run someone over and kill them, and it's like... As soon as you figure out that he's actually dead, a little ticker goes ding on the left side. So then, of course, since it's called 8 Bodies, you're going to count up to 8. And so it's just about like them covering up deaths, and it just gets more and more extreme. But
Can I ask? Is it funny?
yeah, it's like
Okay.
a dark comedy sort of.
Is Jeanette in it as well, or did she just help write
She's
it?
in it, yeah.
Oh, okay,
She's
gotcha.
the lead in it. And
Okay,
then-
that's what I was assuming, but wasn't
Yeah,
sure. Okay.
so it was that. I'm really excited, and also since there's these cameos that people come in and just die, we can utilize like a lot of my friends that just and even bigger names, they come in and die, and I think it's a cool.
That's great.
Are you directing this as well?
Yeah.
Will this be your first feature?
This will. I did a feature a long time ago back in Utah, but I don't even want to talk about that one because it's so horrible.
Tis Pender. Yeah.
But yeah, this will be the first feature I would consider. Yeah.
Dude, congratulations!
Awesome.
This is a
congrats.
big
That's
year
awesome.
for you.
Yeah, it's been a really good year actually. So I'm excited.
That's really exciting.
you.
And speaking of big year, we don't have to talk about all of it, but you had a great birthday party that we all came to. No. And it's kind of cool because the birthday party was right along with the theme of. Describe it a little bit.
You guys, I was so looking forward to this birthday because it was basically rest in peace to my youth.
Yeah.
And so I had a full on funeral.
Yeah.
My invite looked like one of those things they send out. They're like, come in loving memory, and everyone had to come dressed in black. In the front yard, I had a full on cemetery. I had a hearse out front. You have to come walking in, and I had a coffin with a fake version of my body in it. And so you could like mourn the death, or and then I had candles everywhere, organ music, and then you go into the kitchen. There's like black umbrellas floating, and then in the backyard, we had the burial of the coffin and chairs.
It was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it was
the
beautiful.
lighting and the fog and everything. That was just like
And the
top
cake, I didn't have any of the cake,
Oh,
but
yeah, the
Brad
cake.
was going crazy about the cake, saying
It
how
looked
good it was.
like a
Yeah.
lawn with like a dugout, like
Yeah.
for the.
Oh wow.
So that was a fun birthday party.
That's cool,
Glad you
that's
guys
cool.
came.
Wow, that just threw me. So anyway, no. We're really excited to have you on the show tonight because we're going to be talking a little bit about some projects coming up that Derek's going to talk to us about. But we invite you to please jump in because
Awesome.
you are heading down with the big convention that's happening this weekend, Midsummer Scream.
Yep, I'm very excited.
All right.
I'm going on Saturday, and you guys are going to go too.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yay!
Yep.
You guys,
We'll be down
we
there.
should all go together. Why not?
All right, let's
It'll
do
be
it.
fun.
Let's do it. Golden, thank you. So, hey, is there anything else that you want to tell us about that we don't know? Well, I mean, there's a lot that we do not know.
Just another small.
Is there
anything
rural
else you'd
acting
like to
job,
tell us?
Just happened to get. Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like I covered a lot of stuff I've been doing right now. So.
Ben's got a question for you.
I do.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What's your
Ooh,
favorite
that
scary?
question excites me.
I think I know. I think I can answer that one though.
Can you?
Scream.
Yes. Oh, okay, so I'm so loud. So that
Because
excites me.
you had posters all over, like at the party and all that. I remember.
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
some
But aren't you
different stuff.
friends with the director of Trick or Treat? I thought.
Michael
For some
Dougherty.
reason, I thought that.
Yeah.
But you like that one as well.
That one is one of my top favorite.
Yeah.
I just think there hasn't been a Halloween movie like that in a while. You know what I mean? But Scream is just, it's one of those things that I grew up, that was the first horror movie I was ever introduced to. And that really just that's what inspired me to direct movies when I was younger. So, yeah.
That's
Could
fantastic.
I ask a question? This
Yeah.
is Ryan in the booth
Yeah.
right here, and you can see me on the screen.
I see.
Like,
I
here's
see.
Ryan.
Hey,
He's
hey,
wearing
what's-
black for you.
I'm wearing black.
It's like your
yay.
birthday.
But so I was just curious, what do you think is like the best horror movie to come out in the past like 2 or 3 years? Because we've had some like really interesting ones like Get Out and all that. So what do you think is the best horror movie to come out in the past few years?
That's a really great question, actually. I feel as if I love exorcism movies, and the one. This is actually probably really weird because people were probably like, "Why would you ever choose that movie?" But that Ouija movie that came out was really the first one was horrible. But I don't know if you guys saw the second one. It's called Ouija's like Origins.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
It
yeah.
was so. I was expecting it to be horrible, but it was amazing, and the way it was shot too. Like it was just really, really creative, but it was also very scary. Like I think the possession movies are the only things that kind of actually creep me out because I feel like that's the closest to home and real. So that one, if you have not seen it, you should check it out. It sounds.
What's the name of it?
Ouija Origins.
Ouija Origins.
Yeah, it's. I bet you guys will love it. And the little girl's amazing, and so I love when I can find like really talented like little kids.
What'd you think of Hereditary?
I for some reason did not like that movie.
I did not either.
So, I did not.
I was
either.
disturbed.
See, I don't get disturbed
Yeah.
easily, and so I'm just like, it's just too slow, or so I don't know. It was just too much. Did you guys see is it called Midsummer?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
I
I
haven't seen it
it.
yet.
I haven't seen. I heard a lot of mixed reviews.
I haven't heard mixed reviews.
I heard it's real messed up.
I heard
I've
it
heard
was
it's-
messed up.
I
yeah.
heard it's just a waste of time.
Did you guys see Chucky? The new Chucky?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw
I
Top
did
Fun.
too. Did you? I don't know.
I prefer those guys. I like the schlocky, fun horror
I
movies.
love that too. I was kind of worried to see. Oh my gosh.
Mark Hamill singing at the end of the movie.
Oh,
I was worried to see that one because I thought that the story was following the original, like being possessed, the doll, but it,
Yeah.
it
Voodoo.
wasn't. It was just very like modern
Yeah.
technology, which I actually like that. But
Yeah,
I'm just
me
like,
too.
why does he look like that?
And Brad?
I
The,
mean,
the look of it.
just come on.
Brad has said we should ask you about directing Todrick's new music video.
Oh yeah. Do you guys know Todrick Hall?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
Okay,
he does
so-
some amazing stuff.
He inspires me, and so like
Yeah.
we talked about other music videos I'd done, and so we talked about a collaboration, and so I directed his latest music video called "I Like Boys," and it's definitely not in the wheelhouse of stuff I normally do because it's not dark or creepy, but it was it was a great collaboration. I like Todrick. He just, like I said, he inspires me because he's just always creating content, writes all of his own music. He's great to work with.
He's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
watched
So-
this guy's videos?
Yeah,
Because
they're.
unbelievable.
You guys, he's amazing, honestly. And for his past 2 albums, he released a music video for every single one, and I'm just like, that's ambition. It's amazing. So
Yeah.
I'll send it to you guys so you can see the video.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Anything else, guys, before we jump into our next section? All right, Derek.
Summertime. Well, after this.
Oh, okay. Derek, if you can take us through the
Yeah,
bulletin board.
let's look at this. So coming up, just this coming weekend, we've actually got 2. August 2nd through 4th is Flashback Weekend, Chicago Horror Con. Which of course is in Chicago, Illinois. Some of the guests include Sam Raimi, Robert Englund, Bruce Campbell, and of course many more. That's many more, not Mandy Moore. And the
Speaking
same
of
weekend.
Rapunzel,
Is she in the Shark redo? No, she's not.
No, she's not in
Oh,
it,
she's
yeah.
not. Okay.
she was in the first one.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, she's busy playing an aged version of herself in This Is
And
Us.
yes, correct.
August 3rd and 4th. Also this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Midsummer Scream in Long Beach, California, which many of us are going to be at. And then August 30th through September 1st is Creature Feature Weekend in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Score in 7 years.
That's great. And this next thing is kind of interesting. And hey, Katie, did you hear about the 2 new mazes that were announced?
Yes, I did. So Horror Nights is finally released more maze information because it took it's been a little bit since they released something, but they released that there will be a Ghostbusters and Killer Clowns from Outer Space mazes at both Orlando and Hollywood.
Yes, so.
Which apparently the world needed.
So there's been a lot of hype.
No, I'm
They
so
did-
excited
they did
about the
Killer Clowns.
Ghostbusters.
They did
I'm
Killer Clowns
really
last
excited.
year at Orlando.
But they
And
had
do
a,
it here.
but they only had
Yeah.
a scare zone.
Correct.
This is an actual maze this year,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Also, just a thing I heard about this week is the Sinister Point. They do a lot of horror events throughout the year, especially around Halloween. And they're doing a Spirit Lounge, which is an interactive horror-themed pop-up bar from August 8th to September 1st in Brea. So it says price $13 to $120. So I'm assuming 13 is like a general admission type
Yeah.
thing, and 120 is like a VIP type service thing. But yeah, it sounds pretty cool. And then you can do that with reservations online. When I clicked on the link earlier, it didn't work. So maybe it's just tonight, or they'll fix it. But yeah, they have reservations going. They could also already be sold out. I have no idea, but these kind of things tend to sell out pretty fast. So
And
yeah.
Derek, you sent us some information about it. Was that you?
Did I?
Or was it you?
The pop-up thing?
Yeah, the pop-up.
Yeah, the experience they have on Hollywood and Vine.
I thought it was Derek who sent that
Maybe
over to
I
us.
did. Maybe I
Yes.
did.
But they
and
did
I
for
forgot
the
'cause
first
it's been a
one?
They
while.
did that for the first one,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
they did like they recreated the house, and it was a
Yeah.
haunted house. This one
Yeah.
is going to look like
The Dairy Days
yeah,
Canal
it's gonna
Festival.
like a festival, like a
Oh,
circus
okay.
tent, and I'm really excited.
Next month, Pennywise, the dancing clown, returns to Hollywood with a second terrifying immersive event, the Dairy Canal Days
Festival.
Canal Days Festival. It's open to the public August 15th on the corner of Hollywood and Vine, the same exact spot where
Yeah.
they did the house last year.
But yeah, but if you guys want to go, like you have to. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna on the 31st. They're gonna open it up so that you can like
And
to
it'll
reserve
go
a spot.
fast.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sure
like in
it
the
will.
day. It goes.
We did the one 2 years ago, but this one's different. You're going to filter through 10 different interactive spaces over the course of 40 minutes. It's a long experience. It's
yeah.
like it's most the one was it the
years
Devil House or something
Yeah,
like that
it was
from
the
two,
Yeah, because the house was just like a walk through
10
real
minutes.
quickly.
You
Yeah.
know?
It was- yeah,
it was
sure.
great. It was fun, but this is going to be cool. So all themed to it too.
Katie, what was the thing that you were just talking about with the pop-up bar?
Sinister Point.
Sinister Point. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Spirit Lounge.
Okay, I've actually signed up to be on the wait list for another thing called House of Spirits, a haunted cocktail soiree.
Ooh,
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah, that.
It includes a flight of 6 cocktail shooters.
6?
Imagine being invited to a cocktail soiree inside a beautiful old mansion, and it all taking a sinister turn when you realize you're unwillingly part of a very strange ritual. Dark magic can open gateways to bizarre and frightening realities. Do you dare enter? You'll have the chance to explore the eerie mansion, play with a giant Ouija board, and meet mystical tarot card readers. The story and events of this freaky soiree are loosely based on the final days of the great Spanish artist Goya. His black painting fresco series were discovered inside his home after his descent into madness and eventual death. Maybe, just maybe, this night will give you the chance to see his paintings come to life. Don't miss LA's best haunted house this Halloween.
Where's it at?
It is at an undisclosed location in Los Angeles.
They have not given me
how
a
much is
location
it?
yet.
It says, please note tickets will be around $60.
Okay.
21 with a
houses
valid
are more
It should be
expensive
free
these
for
days.
advertising this.
That's right.
Perfectly
Yeah.
advertising.
Can I
I think I only want to go if Ben is there to
Yes.
narrate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was about to
So,
say, how
you can-
great
Haunted
is it
room,
to have
actually
Ben back on the
stretching.
show tonight?
Yeah.
It's been a while, so thank you, Ben, for coming back. Like, this is your voice. Just carries.
Well, there you go. You can. I guess you can Google search it, House of Spirits, a haunted cocktail soiree, and you can sign up to be on the wait list for tickets. The tickets will go on sale July 31st at noon.
You know it's officially haunt season on July 31st, and if all these tickets are going on sale
I know,
on
isn't that
31st,
crazy?
right? Okay.
Speaking about haunt events, let's run through some real quick. There's a really cool one in Orlando. Orlando, which I sometimes say Orlando battles LA for the king of Halloween for this country at least. There's something called Dark Horizon. It's going to be a pop-up Halloween attraction. There used to be a Nickelodeon Suites hotel right there in Orlando. It is being taken over. It's being turned into a haunted hotel. It's going to have 300
nice.
houses, 4 bars, 2 stages, and all kinds of VIP areas.
So no longer for kids.
It's run for no. You never know. I think it's great to scare kids.
Kids are weird.
So that's coming up, and then real quick, Brad brought to our attention that the American Horror Story '84, the trailer for the new season, dropped today, and it's all about.
Oh, it did?
Yes, Camp Redwood. It's basically for Friday the 13th homage.
They're going the camp route.
They're going to camp in '84 with a slasher.
Wow.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
like a lot of fun.
I'm so excited.
I didn't know
Yes.
that trailer dropped, so.
Yep. All right, and I think that's all the news we have for this week. We're going to jump into Midsummer Scream, unless there's anything else anybody wants to share. Anything, Derek? Cheeseman, you had something to share.
Oh, these
Yeah,
little things.
real quick.
Cheeseman
just
has
quickly,
things.
Speaking of
Stranger
spooky
Things
stuff.
shows, so-
Oh, you went to the Tower of T-shirts.
Let's see here.
It's at
Sorry.
every convention. Thanks for abusing
So
me
at
with your
Comic-Con, I'll
toys.
start with your thing here. This is the creature.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, the
Lagoon.
Gilman.
That's a bottle
So-
opener, right?
It's a bottle
And
opener.
this
That's
was
so awesome.
Convention exclusive.
Yep, Katie found that for me.
Yep.
Yes.
And
That's sexy.
these
I'll just be keeping that.
are cool little. Get this Super 7 store Comic-Con and this Dracula and Frankenstein.
So
So it's a
good.
special from.
We were looking at
different
that.
country, and Derek can't read this.
No, because it's not Korean.
It's not. It's not.
Colton, you think we
That's
might be able to order
Japanese.
these online, right?
I mean, I hope so. This is so cool.
This will soon be on my Jeep. A nice Jaws
Yes.
license plate.
You're gonna
thing.
need a
Very
bigger
cool.
boat.
Yep.
That's great.
And speaking of Stranger Things, brought my little pop thing from the pop-up at the Baskin Robbins. So I have shown this before, and they also sold magnets there. So these
Nice.
are exclusive to the Baskin Robbins, the Scoops Ahoy pop-up. And then one of the best things at Comic-Con this year, they did a little Funko Pop of the Quint and the Shark.
I love that.
Nice
So good.
bloody. This is probably the bloodiest Funko, I'm sure.
It's one of
Yeah.
yeah. It's one
Yeah.
of the only ones I think they have.
You probably have to be older than 4 to buy this one, but yeah, but pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I love it. All right. So it was kind of cool. He brought back some pretty cool, creepy stuff from Comic-Con. And hopefully this coming weekend
Yeah,
down
we'll
at
probably be buying
Midsummer
more stuff.
Scream.
That's so great.
Midsummer Scream. We're going to jump over into Midsummer Scream August 3rd and 4th down at the Long Beach Convention Center. They still have tickets available. And everyone's kind of been checking out all the panels and everything happening. And for those of you who don't know, Midsummer Scream is perhaps it's the fastest growing Halloween and haunt convention in Southern California. It started probably like 4 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
There used to be one large convention here, and they had a split. And then this one kind of came out of that, but for whatever reason, this one has really taken off. It's gotten big, and if you guys are, I just saw the term this week, West Coast haunts. Like there's a West Coast haunt style of convention, and there's an East Coast. Did you know that? I
did not
never
know
knew that
that.
either. Because I guess this is a West Coast haunt style of attraction, which means it's all about Halloween and how to do Halloween and how to do haunted houses, which is very cool. But this year they have a lot more, like they have the cast from Dream Warriors, which is so exciting to me. Like they're starting to get more of the horror element in there. But anyways, I would love to hear what you guys think about Midsummer Scream. What kind of stuff excites you about what you're seeing that's happening this weekend?
Apparently, on Sunday, the Curious Creators of Christine McConnell's show. Have you guys seen that show on
Just
Netflix?
a little bit.
Yes, it's
yeah.
one of the greatest shows ever made.
It's absolutely fantastic, and she's apparently going to be there. It's a bizarre show, but you can't help but love it. Like there's puppets, there's weirdness, there's just like because I think if I'm not mistaken, I can't blanking on the name right now. It was like co-produced by I can't think of it. I'll figure it out. But anyway,
Martha Stewart.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
She's pretty scary.
But yeah, it's a really bizarre show, but it's like a spoof on like your typical like baking home like show.
Like a homemaker
yeah,
show.
homemaker
except
show.
It's
but
really
bizarre.
creepy.
But yeah, they're having a panel at 2
The-
on Sunday.
yeah.
The mummified cat on that show is my favorite
Yeah.
character. There's a talking mummified cat.
That's amazing.
And then the big werewolf type monster that shows up.
Yeah, it has a lot
But
of
it's
puppets.
still like a legit baking show too, because she describes how she's making this big cake to look like
she
this huge
does,
haunted
but
house.
she just goes, "You do this, and then it's this," and then you're like, "All right."
It's not real specific instructions, but I actually know the guy who plays the werewolf. Is an actor named Mick Ignis. I think
So he's not a real werewolf.
He's been on the show here before.
Oh, has he been on the show?
werewolf.
Okay, yeah. So Mick is the werewolf on the show. He's
I
a
didn't know
really
that.
nice guy,
That's
very
cool.
sweet guy. Yeah, and I think they partnered with the Jim Henson.
That's what I was
studio
trying to think
on
of, and I
the-
could
Jim
not
Henson,
remember it.
okay.
Thank
you can remember Jim Henson. Yeah, so they partnered with Jim Henson on the studio on the puppetry. I
That's
believe.
really
Yeah,
cool.
so that's legit. You know.
Let me throw a couple of these out and see what you guys think. A Chilling Legacy, 50 years of Disneyland's Haunted Mansion. This is the 50th anniversary.
I'd
This
like
is
to get there in time for that one.
I
would
think
too.
that's going to be a very,
sounds
very
really
popular
interesting.
panel because
Yeah.
people love Disney and they love Haunted Mansion.
And
So
Bob Gurr and Tony Baxter, two legendary Imagineers, are going to be there talking about
Gurr.
it. So and Don Hahn, the producer of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, the originals. So that's going to be a very cool one. But there's also something called BuzzFeed Unsolved with Ryan Bargara and Shane. I can't say the last name. Madaj. Charles Phoenix is doing Halloween Land. He's the guy that does the cool like tours of Southern California with all his slideshows. That's going to be cool. Shockwaves podcast is going to be doing something cool. They have another thing called the Real Witches of Southern California.
That's
looks
awesome.
That looks super
there's
interesting.
also a horror fashion show that a couple of my friends are in. So definitely check that out. It's by Poltergeist and Paramours. It's a pretty cool show. I don't remember exactly what day it is, but I can definitely tweet about it and talk to my friends about it. But that's also going on too. So I feel like I need to shout it out because friends doing it.
And the thing that's cool about this convention, they have something called the Hall of Shadows, which is a big chunk of the convention. We're going to show you a video of that here in just a second because they have like 12 mini haunted houses that you get to experience while you're there. And like last year we met Opechi. They're back.
Opechi House.
Opechi House. They're back this year doing some cool interactive stuff.
And then your Aurora, who you know, she was there doing a panel and kind of showing her thing as well, which I'm sure she'll be. What was that one called again? The one that out in Thousand Oaks.
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And hey, Ryan, can we take a look at this? This is last year's event, if it will play. This is entering the Hall of Shadows. So, like, it's really cool because it's like you're at Halloween Horror Nights. You walk in, everything kind of goes into the dark. It's all fog and lights and everything's back there. And, like, there's a giant pumpkin patch back there. There's creatures running around. It is really...
That's where they had the like haunted house type stuff, and
yeah, the haunted
I think there was
houses
a
are
few
back there.
vendors there too that were okay, kind of being in the dark and kind of just lighting their own booth.
Colton, did you get back here last year?
I didn't go last year.
Oh, you didn't? Oh.
No, that's why I'm so excited for...
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting this year. It was cool because they had Knott's Berry was there with some cool displays and some like big acrobatic creatures that were there.
I love Not Scary Farm,
Not
you
Scary
guys.
Farm, yeah.
I think it's probably like one of the best places. Did you guys go to Warner Brothers lot last year?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was so good. I thought it was amazing.
Sadly, they're not doing it.
Derek
this
and
year.
I went on a mandate.
Oh, we did.
Ooh,
It's a good time.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
And one of the premier, and we can let the video keep playing. One of the premier events that's going to be happening in Katy every year, Universal Studios. John Murdy, he comes. And who's his partner in crime? It's John Murdy and wait. It's on Saturday.
Saturday from 5 to
5 to
6 o'clock.
6, yeah, because John Murdy and Chris Williams will be there giving a preview of this
Chris
year's.
Williams.
Yeah. Universal will be there. Dark Harbor will be there.
Cool.
Knott's will be there. All the scare events at LA will be there. They usually make a lot of announcements. Sometimes they don't, but usually they
They
make
showed a lot
announcements.
of. Didn't they show a lot of the molds and different things?
Yeah,
that
they
they're kind
show.
of creating of. Kind
Yeah,
of
it
the
really just
monster
depends
house
on the year.
last
But it's the 10th year of Queen Mary, so hopefully they'll do something.
Oh, this is the 10th year of Queen Mary?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what it said on the thing.
I've got to admit, I've never been to Queen Mary, so
Ooh,
I'm
you have
super
to go.
stoked
It's,
about
that's
that.
one of my favorites. Like, I absolutely love
I mean,
it.
okay, the Queen Mary is kind of creepy any time of year if you're
Yes.
just like go down and walk through some of those hallways because there are stories about ghost sightings and stuff. And
Quick story: a ghost followed Brianna home from the Queen Mary one time.
really,
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's
was.
gonna
This is before I
tell
met
us
her.
the whole story sometime when she comes on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll tell you.
Well, can you tell us the short version right now?
Basically, she was in the theater department at Long Beach State, and they do these programs at the Queen Mary, and she left one night after she and somebody else kind of ran around like in the bowels of the ship and like checked stuff out, and then she got in her car and drove home, and then just like weird shit started happening in her apartment, and she had to like sage and sweep the place and that whole thing, and then it was cool, but like it wasn't like malicious stuff. It was just like stuff getting knocked over. Or
Did
like,
she see it?
No, she didn't see anything, but it was like stuff stuff
I
moving and out of
Yeah.
place.
I didn't
and
think
getting
ghosts
knocked
could
over.
leave like
Apparently not.
They can attach. I feel like I saw.
they
a
can
ghost
attach
once.
themselves to person, right?
Yeah, they
okay,
can.
that's
You
right.
saw a ghost once?
One time, you guys. First of all, I don't really. I mean, I do believe in ghosts, but I really.
I do believe it.
It was so scary because I feel like when you want to see it, you never see it.
Wizard
I'll,
of Oz.
I'll just say this really quickly
Spooks,
because it was so creepy. I love to scare people, and so like I was living with my roommate at the time, and she was in her bed, and I'm like so I make all these noises. She's like, Colton. I'm like. Like, and then all of a sudden I'm like crawling into her room, and she's like, "Can you stop?" And she's like freaking out, and then I'm like, like just being creepy. And then I got back to my room, and I was like, "I'm just kidding, whatever." And then she comes out and turns on the hallway light, and from the hallway down you can see the front door, but it's kind of like first, so it's kind of just barely lit. So I'm in my bed. She comes in there, turns on the hall light. She's like, "Stop scaring me like that, whatever." And then all of a sudden she goes to turn to go to her room, and she freezes in her tracks. And she's like, "Colton." And it was, I was like, "What?" I was like, "What, are you joking right now? You're scared." I'm like getting goosebumps right now. And like, so she was like, "Oh, there's something like standing at the front door." I literally walk over there. I'm like, you're joking?" And she's like, "No." I literally look over there, you guys. There's this tall black shadow of like a black thing, and it has really long arms and really long fingers. And I'm not even kidding. It was just like standing at the doorway. And I was like, we went back to my bed, and we were horrified. Then when we came back, it was gone. But it was legit, like so scary.
That's crazy that you
Follows
both saw
creepy.
it too, you know.
What?
You both saw it.
We both saw it. Yeah, we both saw it.
That's
So that's when
super
you know,
creepy.
like, it was.
We're gonna have to have a special episode of the show called Ghost Stories.
Yes,
that's
yes.
awesome. I want to hear more. And plus,
Yeah, Jim's got a few
I've
too.
got.
I know.
I guess
I've heard some of them.
me and my ex-wife lived in the house for almost 3 months, and before we fled and moved to another state and left all of our belongings behind
Really?
because
It was haunted.
it
Wow.
was so terrifying.
Yeah.
It was just the worst. But
That's.
But what about your stuff? Did you have cool things you left there?
no, we just burned
No.
it. It burned. So real quick,
Just
real quick,
grandma's quilts.
Let's finish up. Let's finish up Midsummer Scream here. Cassandra Peterson, Elvira's going to
Elvira,
be there.
yeah.
Yes.
Which is
And there's
gonna,
a 30th anniversary thing for the Tales from the Crypt.
yeah, which is
Yes,
super
I love
cool.
Tales from the Crypt.
The guy who's the voice of the Crypt Keeper. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Haunted Hayride's going to be there, talking about what they've got going on. Kimberly J. Brown from Halloween Town is going to be there.
I saw that.
yes.
Yeah.
I know KJ. I used to do improv with her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm
That's
Facebook
funny.
friends with her.
I love that movie, Halloween Town. You guys.
That's still one of my favorite Halloween
Me too.
movies. doesn't matter,
Bill
but
Moseley, the actor from House of a Thousand Corpses, and
Corpus Christi.
Corpus.
Corpus Christi is going to be
The
there.
House of 1,000 Corpus Christi, Texas A&M. Go Aggies.
William Malone, director of Tales from the Crypt and House on Haunted Hill, is going to be there. Robert Mukes, an actor from House of a Thousand Corpus.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Leanna Vamp is going to be there. She's the actress, creator, host of Halloween Wars, Ghosted, The Fiends, and Let's Get Spooky. There's a lot
of people from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 that are going to be there. Like they almost should do a panel. Looks like they're doing something with Hellraiser. There's some Hellraiser people there. Nightmare University, Hellraiser 101 from 5 to 6 on which day is that? On Sunday. Is going on, which I'm not sure who will all be.
And one
at
of the things that
panel,
I'm
but-
super stoked about, and Luke pointed this out on the way over, the theme this year is Tiki Terror. It's going to be all Tiki themed because they believe that Tiki bars are actually year-round ghost stories. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Excuse me, do you have anything
Yeah,
else?
and there will be. It does say that there will be guests from the Hellraiser
Nice.
films at that panel there, and just in general, this whole convention is about kind of the coming attractions and stuff. So there's a big presence of previews and people talking. Like there's the Not Scary Farm presentation 5 to 6 that's going on Sunday as well. Like we said, the Queen Mary from 3 o'clock to 4, and the Halloween Horror Nights. So there's a lot of, and just other people talking about scare attractions. So this convention focuses a lot on scare attractions and that type of thing. And then they have, of course, the guests that we were talking
This
about.
is probably the premier event to find out about the coming season as
Yeah.
far as the Southern California haunts. And also Universal, sometimes the stuff they're talking about there also translates over to Orlando sometimes as well.
And they also do a lot of the little like show type things that you can go to.
Zombie Joe's Underground does a really
Yeah.
cool show. Lights Out Productions is doing the Scream Queens, the tribute experience.
Ooh.
They're going to have the Helzer Cemetery there. Rose Hill Haunt presents the Cemetery Celebration. so much. They're having a giant Wicked Pumpkin Hollow, which is one of my favorite things.
Sounds so
And
cool.
if there's what else do we have there, guys? Because we're going to wrap up this section of the show because really, basically, there are tickets available. Go down to Long Beach Convention Center
Real
this
Witches
weekend.
of Southern California.
I know
Wonder what
that's
that
super
is.
interesting.
But yeah, they have everything on their homepage, so
Yeah.
that's
Would you
good
like
for
me to
them.
read the description
Yeah.
of Real Witches of
MidsummerScream.org.
Yeah.
Jim, would you like me to read the description of Real Witches
like
of
2
Southern
sentences.
California?
Yes, and then we got a couple minutes for Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Guys.
Peer into the unknown with some of the West Coast's most powerful witches. With a deep well of spellcrafting experience, all topics are on the table, including ceremonial, sex, blood, and sigil magic with a K. Be there or be banished.
That is Midsummer Scream. It's happening this week in Long Beach Convention Center. It starts, I think, around 10 in the morning. They go late into the night, Saturday night, and then it goes through Sunday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Katie's going to be updating everybody on social media about that. If you guys have any questions, just let us know.
And their website's great too because they just blocked it out almost
Yeah.
like a good
You
guide.
can just click
and
on
then-
like what you're interested in.
and you can see the list of guests, so it's
Yeah.
all right there.
I
If you
love
go
their
to
website. It's very
midsummerscream.org.
Very easy to use. Yeah.
And last thing, and Luke, last year we met a couple of people that came back on the show with us. Some guys that did some home haunts, and some people talking
cool.
about like what is Opechi or
Opechi.
Opechi, and Carrie went over there and she did an interview with him. And we all went through the
Yeah,
home
this will
haunt.
be his last year doing
Yeah.
it because he's going off to college. He's in high school and he's doing
high
it.
school
gosh.
student, and he's
They
been
did a
doing
Donnie
this.
Darko theme last year, and I'm sure we'll find out.
It's
what
in
this
LA?
one- Yep.
Yeah.
Glendale.
Cool.
Oh, it's in Glendale. Yeah, it was
Glendale-ish,
so
yeah.
great.
Have you guys been to Boney Island?
Yes,
I love Boney Island.
it's over at the Hayride
they,
now.
they moved. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so cool. Anyways, yeah.
Guys, we really need
We really
to
do
move
need
on to Stranger Things
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
Oh, yes.
I'll just. It's fine, you guys.
Are you sure?
I truly,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
All right, so we're going to try our best to let him still enjoy. Colton has not watched Stranger Things
He hasn't
yet.
finished it.
We
No,
just
he hasn't
finished
finished
it.
it.
I haven't finished it. I've
Maybe.
started it.
He has
Yeah.
not finished it.
We can try to do it as spoiler-free as possible.
No, you guys know.
we'll
try.
You guys
Just
do your thing.
Colton-
And I truly like honestly don't care.
Turn around.
He's like, go in the corner.
Look at what you see
It's like Blair Witch. We're going to put him
in
in the
her
corner.
face.
What are you
The
talking
mirror of your dreams.
Turn around.
Make believe I'm everywhere.
All right, guys. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
Stranger Things season 3 just dropped on the 4th of midnight on the 4th of July. Basically wiped out the holiday because everybody stayed home to watch it.
Yes.
But we got some great shots that Ryan's going to be putting up for us. All right. Initial impressions of how did season 3 stack up?
All right.
I
Oh,
ate
I
a
think
lot
I'm
of
First
ice
off,
cream.
did you know
Okay.
Robin is the daughter of Uma Thurman
And Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke?
Isn't that amazing?
What?
That is star
She's not
power.
on there right now.
That is-
Yeah, and
Scoops
like
Ahoy.
once you know
Scoops-
that,
Scoops Ahoy
you see
girl.
both of their faces in her
Oh,
face.
yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I feel like Derek's been waiting the longest to
Okay.
tell us his
Yeah,
opinion.
okay, because I watched it all like that day and the next day we were done. And I wanted to talk about it 3 weeks ago on the podcast.
We've been
and you
holding
kept
them back,
saying,
holding
no,
them back."
Derek, no.
No.
Yeah.
This is the
But
time.
yes, okay. I definitely liked it better than the second season. And I didn't
100%.
dislike the second season. It just wasn't as strong as the first, but this
Yeah.
one was back into that spirit and everything. And they
Agreed.
there were so many things about it that were fun. And of course, there were some great things that people were able to pull for cosplay for Comic-Con. You saw
So many Scoops Ahoy people.
Yes,
many.
you saw a lot of that, and I Erica, the little sister who showed up at Scoops Ahoy, that I thought I was not gonna like her at all, but she grew on me.
She's the best new character.
Yeah,
this
once you
season.
found out more about her, and
They
she started
introduced her in season 2.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in season 2.
She's in season 2.
just a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
right?
they show a clip of her because I didn't know it was the same person at first. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
that's his sister? What? Okay,
That's
what?
his sister, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got all the drama with the Russians and everything, and the having the big battle and
It had a little Terminator kind of feel too with the main guy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there were more of those pop culture references. I love how every season also you've had something they're doing at the very beginning hints at what the big terror or whatever is going to be
Yeah.
in that season is going to be about. The first season, they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and there's the Demogorgon, and then and then they relate everything back to that. Second season, they're playing Diglett at the beginning, and then throughout the season, it's like they have to go through the tunnels and everything. This one, they're seeing what is it? Night of the Living Dead? No.
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. Thank you.
Day of the Dead, yeah.
And we have people who basically
That's right.
get zombified.
So good.
Yeah.
It's like they're setting things up each time, and I love that because it's 1985. You've got stuff on the marquee for the movie, and they reference there's Back to the
Those-
Future happening.
Yeah.
And then this was the best.
Oh, they already the
Yeah.
never-ending story. They were so
Oh,
great.
gosh.
Yeah, there was a guy who sang this at karaoke at Comic-Con. definitely happened.
Oh, good. I'm surprised there was just one.
Well, I only saw one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Katie?
Initially, I think on the first couple episodes, I wasn't like sure how I was feeling about season 3, but then all of a sudden I was like, okay, all right now. So I guess it just got like
Nice shirt, by the
better.
way.
Yeah, I got this for $2.50 at Hot Topic. So
nice.
you know, but yeah, so I did really enjoy it. My favorite arc is definitely the whole Dustin and Steve
Absolutely.
friendship. Yes, I think that's so great, and I would watch an entire show with those two, like an entire show with just them.
Did you see somebody tweeted pictures of Patton Oswalt
I
and
saw
David
that.
Harbour as kids? And they look just like Dustin and Steve.
No
And they're
way.
Like, no
It's
wonder
true.
David
Amazing.
Harbour and Patton Oswalt are best friends.
Yeah.
You saw that?
However,
Yeah.
I
Maybe from you posting it.
didn't know that
Yeah.
this wasn't the end. So I was like, at the very ending, I was like, oh, wait, okay, so it's not over? Because for some reason I thought season 3 was going to be the end.
Nope, 4.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so, all right. But
Ben, did you
Yes.
watch it?
Oh, yeah. We watched it on July 4th. We
Yeah.
finished the whole season in a day.
What's the best part about it?
Alexi.
Okay.
yes.
Mr. Steal Your Heart. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
You know what I'm
Alexi.
saying?
Oh, man.
He's
it was-
amazingly
Colton
wonderful.
doesn't know what you're
That
saying.
was like
Yeah.
beautiful and
You'll learn,
heartbreaking.
you'll learn.
I'm excited.
No, and I believe, I can't remember if it's Hot Topic or somewhere else, sells Sheriff Hopper's floral
I
Hawaiian
believe it's
shirt.
Hot Topic.
And so I'm gonna cosplay that. I'm
I
gonna
can see that.
I was thinking of that too.
He was thinking about it too.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have the empty bottle of Chianti.
Yeah. Chianti.
Chianti. The Chianti.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great, and it really did. I agree with you, Derek. Because season 2 was a little bit of a letdown for me too, and this one I almost like it better than season 1. But I wouldn't if season 1 wasn't there.
Right.
You know, like you need season 1 in order to appreciate season 3 as much as
Season was
you
just
do.
so fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so fantastic.
This one felt like it played more on knowing the time it was in and more pop culture
And
things
more horror
and just
component.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
This one had more of a thing, kind of like with the
finish it.
monster.
Number 2.
On this one, just was a lot more just kind of
Yeah.
like disgusting and just. All
What do you
the-
think of the monster?
I liked it. It was
big
a little
bad.
kind of sick to like watch at times just because
Yeah.
it was so
Oh, yeah.
disgusting.
The
looking,
gore
but-
factor was
but it
pumped up this
definitely
time.
fun.
Yeah,
There was a lot
definitely.
more gore
Yeah.
in this one, and a lot more ice cream, which I got really into eating ice cream while I was watching this because of Scoops and Boy thing. So I definitely am still losing weight from
Yeah, I feel
watching
like
this show.
yeah, they upped the horror like feel. Like I was like, this is actually feels like a horror film now.
Let me ask you guys. My big beef with season 2 was that 11 was separate from the entire group for the entire season.
Right.
Dustin was separate from all but Steve for the whole season. I mean, did that
They
bother
had
you
a
at
few
all?
moments along the way.
It didn't as much because they were still part of the immediate story. With Eleven's arc in season 2, she was like in a different state.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
so
Different
weird.
Completely
people,
ran off.
You know.
I think
yeah.
that episode is why season 2 was not
Yeah.
my favorite. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I was still interested in where that was going, and I'm hoping they still tie it in to justify having that episode. But yeah, like in this one, it's true. You still had the characters we love together, even if they're in separate groups in different places. But that's part of the story in each season is the separation. I mean, the driving thing in season 1 is that Will has been taken and they've got to get him back.
Yeah.
So I can understand some of the separating, but we really like getting them together.
And let's not completely ruin it for Colton, but the resolution of Billy, I'm not so sure I was 100% on board with that, but it was a great storyline. It was a fantastic story, and I love the way that 11 got into his head and saw what was going on, what
Yeah.
makes Billy Billy. That was a
Yeah.
really good part of
Yeah.
this season as well.
I thought that was really well done and
Yes.
really
Yeah.
it created because in season 2 he was not a super fleshed out character.
Right.
I don't think. Like he was just a dick. Like that was his
Yeah.
role. He
We
was
got a little bit of nuance when we met his dad.
right.
Yeah.
We did get a little bit of nuance.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. But
I seldom am.
well,
It was funny with the joke about Steve never winning a fight and stuff, and then he knocks that guy down, and then he's like, Dustin's like, "You did it!
Yeah.
You want to fight?"
Steve and Dustin, that was just the best part of the season.
Yeah.
It was just pretty amazing. That's why we have Dustin as the front of our cover image tonight on the show. We do have to give our final thoughts on the show, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down, where to go, and
Definite thumbs up.
Yeah.
on Stranger Things, Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Where do you
a huge
think?
fan.
And real quick, where do you think it's going from here? It's kind of hard to tell.
Over abroad.
Who is the American?
I think it's going abroad, but that's vague.
Oh, who do you think the American is?
I mean,
Is it Hopper?
Is it Hopper or is it Bremer?
Or are they going to surprise us and pull the rug out and we don't know who that is?
somebody was like, "It's Barb." It's not Barb.
It's not far.
100%.
Bring back Barb. Anyways,
Okay.
all right, guys, we have got to wrap the show tonight. We could talk about Stranger Things
Yeah.
all day. if we
However,
get to.
AfterBuzz has a Stranger Things
Oh.
after show that you can check out.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
Well, that's all I know, but you can check it out on AfterBuzz.
on our,
Ryan
Yeah.
was on that show.
But guys, we were talking about a lot of movies and stuff tonight. One of the most exciting things about Popcorn Talk, it's all about movies, and they
Yeah.
do have a show called Film Critics Weekly. It comes
11
on
a.m.
11 a.m. on Fridays. No,
Fridays.
it's something cool to check out. The LA film critics, they kind of come together and they discuss the films from the LA perspective, which is LA, the center of the film world. Where else can you get that kind of perspective? So I encourage you guys to check that out. It's something that we check out here,
And
to
I'm
keep
sure
on
that
top of
includes
pop
some
culture.
horror films as well.
Oh yeah,
at some
coming
point.
into the Halloween season.
Yeah,
we're gonna
especially
have-
It too. I'm sure.
Yeah. So, anyways, check that out. Check out the Stranger Things after show because they're gonna. They did dive a lot deeper into it than we did here. We're just gonna tell you we loved it. We loved the horror. It was the biggest scream of the summer. Anyways, my name is Jim. I'm the managing editor here on the ScareGuys Show. Hopefully, you guys will follow us. Keep watching the show. Who else do we have, and where can we find you guys?
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm a contributor to theconguy.com. You can find me on Twitter at ConGuyDerek.
Hi, I'm Katie. You can find me on Twitter at Katie_Christine or on Instagram at Katie's Fairy Tale, and also on Twitter. If you guys like Stranger Things, let me know and I'll try to respond to it.
So my name is Coltron Trans, and on all social media platforms, it's just at Colton Trans.
Oh, the music. I'm Ben Cleaver at BenKliewer on all social media. I'm mostly on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm trying to do it more. So come follow and interact. Tweet at me, and I'll tweet back. I try to interact with people and communicate. It's fun.
And I'm Cheeseman on the Couch here with the ScareGuy.com. Follow us down at Midsummer Scream this weekend.
Yes.
We will be there, Colton. We want to be checking out some more films that you're going to be throwing our way. So
Oh,
really
and I'm
exciting
on
about
Twitter
that.
at Cheese on Couch. I forgot
She's
to
on
say
couch.
that.
Follow us at thescareguy.com. All right, we'll see you guys soon.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.